There are some bumper stickers I've been wanting to make for a long time, so let's just design them. And so to kick this off, I've been wanting to make this bumper sticker for quite a while, and we're going to need a boss baby photo of it, a photo of the boss baby. I don't know if I've ever seen the movie, but I've seen Boss Baby floating around, and I think he'd be perfect for this. But I don't want just any boss baby. Let's see if we can find one sitting at a desk. I want him to be a little bit authoritative. This guy might work. We'll go ahead, once we find one we like, I'm going to go ahead and copy and then paste that into Microsoft Paint, which is what we'll be using to edit all of our bumper stickers. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but don't knock it till you try it. Microsoft Paint can do a lot more than I think most people realize. That's actually what I use for all of my thumbnails. I'm going to go ahead and start erasing the background from the boss baby because we don't want the background, we just want the boss baby himself. And then with the background removed, I'll put a border around the boss baby and we will remove the boss baby himself. Kind of like we just did with the background, but this time in reverse, leaving us with just a silhouette of the child. I realize now I really only have to do half of the baby because then I can just copy and paste the two together. So I'm going to really clean up these arms. I'm going to change his position a little bit to better fit what I'm going for. Once we like it, I'll go ahead, select half of it, copy, paste, invert one, put them together. Look at that. A whole child. Perfect. Now I want him to be looking, I want it to look like he's at a desk. So let's go ahead and design our makeshift desk here. And of course we will have to reconnect that to his arms because I want all of it to be white. And we'll fix that a little bit. And then again, copy, paste, put them together. We're looking pretty decent. Okay. Off camera, I made this little necktie for him because you are not a true boss baby without a tie. So we'll put that on him. We'll cut off the bottom so it looks like it's going behind the desk. And I like that. Now I want this to be a round circle, so this will be where we put in our circle. We'll have to center the baby in it. As you see, I have two circles, one for the outside, one for the inside. And I don't want this, I want to put a curve on the desk itself. I don't want the desk to go all the way to the border. There we go. And then I will adjust all the colors to what I want them to actually be. And we are looking pretty good, but I do of course want to add letters. So I went online and I found a service that will curve our letters for us because that's something that Microsoft Paint will not curve anything easily. And so we can go ahead, we'll select what we want it to say, which I want to be a surprise. And then we copy, and I did a little bit of adjusting off camera, but then we can go ahead and paste them. And boom, baby on board of directors. Obviously, this is meant to be like a comical take on the very popular baby on board sign we've all seen on the road. This one's a little bit more, I don't even know. But it makes me laugh, and I actually really like how it turns out. I think that's unironically, like that is funny, but I also think that's pretty cool. And I think that pretty much wraps up our first one. Now for our next sticker, I'm going to draw a UFO. And this is a little bit difficult to do because I'm doing all of this with my mouse, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Not only am I using Microsoft Paint, but I'm drawing everything with nothing but my mouse and keyboard, mainly the mouse. So I'm going to take my time here and see if I can draw a really good UFO. Basically doing the same thing we did before. I'm trying to get half of it really good, and then we'll just copy and paste it. And once we're happy with the UFO, I'm going to draw a little bit of a beam and then draw a guy getting abducted by the UFO down here. Now watching this, you're probably like, man, he really sped this up. Like what a time lapse. But actually, I slowed this down. This is at like 1/16 of the speed I was going at. I'm so stinking fast, the computer had trouble keeping up with me. I'm a very quick designer. I'm flying through this. Add a few more of these little stripy beam thingies. And now for the actual written text, I went ahead and uploaded this photo to PicMonkey because it was kind of difficult to edit the boss baby curved text. I'm hoping this will be a little bit more streamlined. It definitely still took a little bit of work. I went to say abduction survivor, and then underneath it I'm going to put, they gave me this sticker. I feel like that kind of seals everything together nice, ties everything together well. Once we're happy with it, we can drop that back into Microsoft Paint. I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting and centering, And I'm also going to cap off that little like tractor beam from the alien ship so that we can paint it its own color without painting the whole entire background. And just like we did for Boss Baby, we will add a border to the sticker to help give it a little bit more structure. Now, as you can see, I split this up into two different sections, so now we have Earth and the sky. I have this patch of grass I found online, and so what I'm going to do is take our main picture and we're going to turn everything except for the words transparent down there, or make it white. I'm going to paint outside the sticker gray because we don't want that to be transparent. We can then copy the picture, put transparency on, and then drop it over our grass. Look at that. We'll go ahead and let's line that up, see if we can get a good position we like. I don't think that's too bad. And then we will repeat the whole process, but this time in reverse. We'll put the transparency on the sky, again making sure that the letters are not transparent, and also making sure the UFO is not transparent because that would show through. Then again, we'll copy that, and here I have a sky background, and we'll paste that with the transparency on just like we did for the grass, and line that up as well. Sorry guys, off camera, I was playing around with the colors. I couldn't decide what color scheme I wanted. I was wasting a lot of time, so I just paused the camera. I designed everything, and I think I like the letters white. I think I like the colors of the spaceship, but the spaceship is missing something. Aliens. So let's design these bad boys. This guy, luckily it doesn't, oh, there we go. Luckily these are gonna be so tiny, you just need a general outline. And I do want multiple of these though. So we'll just copy and paste these. And really the only difficulty here is just making sure we position them to the size we like. And then look at that. Abduction Survivor, they gave me this sticker. I actually really like that. I like the Baby on Board one, Baby on Board of Directors. And I do really like this one too. They're two different styles, but I like them both a lot. Okay, on to our first full-size rectangular bumper sticker. This is also one I've been wanting to make since forever. I'm going to start with our border. We want it to fit within like a 3 by 10 inch bumper sticker, something like that. So I'm going to draw the equivalent proportions to that. And then we're going to go online and we're going to look for the Ohio State Penitentiary logo. And we're getting a lot of college stuff, ironically enough, mixed in with prison. So let's go with Ohio State, just Ohio Penitentiary logo. Look at this. Rehabilitation and Corrections, Ohio. That is looking pretty stinking awesome. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that. Ooh, it pastes with a black background. If this is a solid black background, ooh, it is, we can turn it white. Sometimes it's not solid black, you get like some pixelation action going on here, but this one's nice and easy. So we'll just clean up all that, make it completely transparent, and then we will copy and paste that onto our bumper sticker. And I do want to pull that up. We'll size that a little bit so it fills up our space a little bit better. I just want to be on the corner here. And we'll draw another border now, right on the top right. I want to leave a blank space on the bottom. We'll fill that in, and now we can start writing our message, which will be, my uncle is a model inmate at Ohio State Penitentiary. Isn't that lovely? But why is our uncle a model inmate, you might be asking. And other drivers who see this sticker, they might also be wondering, why is his uncle in prison? Well, let's go ahead and fill them in. In parentheses, he killed a guy. There we go. Dude, look at that. That looks pretty official. That's my uncle is model inmate. That sounds like a caveman. I missed an A. So let's go ahead and add our A back in there. And boom, look at that. Dude, I know I said that looks incredibly official. It makes me laugh. Obviously, this is a mock of all the ones you see on the road, like my child's an honor student at, you know, Butt Sniffers Elementary or whatever. You know, those stickers that all the schools give out so you can like be proud of your child. This makes me laugh. It's like the Ohio State Penitentiary is like giving these out to extended family members so you can be proud of your, I don't know. This one, I'm definitely putting this one on my truck. Okay, so I paused the camera and I made a few other bumper stickers, and we're just gonna go ahead and rapid fire these. So the next one is, sorry I cut you off, I was on Instagram. Which, dude, so many people are on the internet driving anymore. If that's you, this bumper sticker is for you. And then the next one we have, which I absolutely love, is, if you honk at me, my dog will cry. In parentheses, my dog has anxiety. I have seen bumper stickers like this. They're like, if you honk, I'll cry. But we live in such a cold society, like no one cares if you cry anymore, but a dog, people stink and love dogs. So using your dog to like manipulate other drivers is hilarious. My dog is going to take it personally if you honk at me. My dog's emotional state cannot handle that. I think that's awesome. My uncle is a model inmate, is probably still my favorite though. And for this next bumper sticker, I want to be a circle again, and I want to draw a human skull, or I'm going to try to draw a human skull. Actually, let me pause the video real quick. I'll do a time lapse of this, but it's gonna take me some time to figure this out. Give me a second. Okay, it took me like an hour to draw this, but I think I really like it now. It does look a little bit cartoony, but that's kind of what I'm going for anyway. When drawing stuff like this, you just kind of have to throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. Speaking of sticks, I am going to draw an orbitoclast now, going into the left eye socket, or I guess it would be the right eye socket of the skull. For those of you who are uninitiated, an orbitoclast is the tool they used in lobotomies back in like the 50s and 60s. It's absolutely horrific, but we'll go ahead and draw one of these. They would go into your eye socket. It wouldn't damage your eyesight, but it would definitely damage your brain. So let's go back into our text software, and I want to write lobotomy. Hold on, let's write bring back the lobotomy, and we'll angle that so we can make a circle from it, and then is really just copy and paste onto our image. And you know what, let's make a border for this. I want the skull to have a border around it that the letters sit on. I also want another circle on the outside to be like the border of the actual sticker. See, I like this. The orbitoclast is like going through the first border, making it feel a little bit more 3D. I really like that. And then let's go ahead and color this. I want the main color schemes to be black and white, but I do want the skull to have like a skull-like color. And of course the orbitoclast has to be gray or silver, some variation of that. And so I'm also going to go and just make these little squiggly outlines around the skull to kind of help bring attention to it. I really like it, but there's kind of like a weird dead zone on the sides. Let's, you know what? Let's add the year that the lobotomy was invented. Let's jump into Google then. When was the lobotomy invented? There we go. And they're gonna give us the whole history of the lobotomy. Now, they used to open up your skull for it, and now we don't want any of that. When was the transorbital lobotomy invented? For those of you who are too innocent, 1946. The transorbital lobotomy is when they used a stick for it, and they didn't open up your whole, never mind. If we go back to our writing software then, we can write in 1946. We will then throw that into Microsoft Paint. We can edit it into a line, putting a slight curve into it, and then add that to our image. And look at that, that is filling out quite nicely. We'll just repeat for the other side. I like how that's looking, but I don't like how there's no separation between the letters and the numbers. So let's go ahead and color the numbers a slightly lighter color. And I think that's about perfect. So let's go ahead and crop this and save it. I really like that. So I went ahead and uploaded all of those images to an online sticker making company and ordered them. And they just arrived. For the rectangular stickers, I went with 9 by 2 3/4 inch, which I think is an excellent size, and I absolutely love the gloss on them. And then for the circular ones, I did 2 different sizes. I did a 4-inch wide one, which is plenty large enough to see on your car, and then I went with a smaller 2.5-inch one, which I think would be great for like your phone or water bottle or wherever you want to stick it. I absolutely love how these turned out. I really like them. And if you guys like these and want some, I ordered a few extra which I'll be selling for a short while. Now I don't have a ton of them, but if you guys enjoy this, maybe this is something we can do again in the future with new designs. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to buy a bumper sticker. But if you didn't, I'm gonna tell my uncle about you. He's getting out soon. Thanks for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.